All right, guys, I have my notes and I'm so excited. So if you have two devices today, then be watching from one and open Chat GPT on another. If you don't, that's totally okay. You want to take lots of notes and be able to do it later. Anna,
I apologize. I put in the tracking sheets, but the item sold still says July. So ladies, cross off the July on it. No, it's the same tracking sheet. We're
I
gonna use.
think I can crop it before I put post it back in there.
Okay, so
I
anyway,
think I think we have a new, let me look. I'm pretty sure we have a new one.
but if you don't, just know that it's going to be the same tracking sheet every single month. It just happens to say July on it. So that way you
Yes.
don't have to keep getting new sheets. We're just going to use these two sheets. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. That one
I'll
has
take,
no month on it.
I'll take off the other one then.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so Chat GPT, we're going to take it down to the basics. And uh, if you guys have questions, do your little hand raise. Either if you're on camera, do this. I'll pause. If you're not on camera, use your little reaction button and put your hand up so that we can answer questions because this is really an interactive, like 40 minutes ish to be able to share and really help you guys. I have to tell you, it was a year and a half that I totally avoided Chat GPT. I thought, no way. Um, I want it to sound like me. I don't want it to sound like some robot. I don't want it to sound like everybody else. I want it to be me. So I'm not gonna do that. My customers know me. They love me. They want me. But what I found is that it sounds like me. Um, Thank you, Cynthia, for fixing that. It
Mhm.
sounds like me. And I actually get more responses from my customers than than before because chat kind of just sometimes it's just a tweak of a word or two, but that tweak of a word or two gets the response. Um, Always ending with a question really helps. Um, but I also found that it's a huge time saver. And I don't know about you guys, but I love things that help me work in pockets of time and that won't take me hours. So I use Project Broadcast, but years ago I texted each individual customer. It was a lot of copy paste, but I love my Project Broadcast because everybody gets an individual message, but those messages are um, they can be customized. They can, and they only take me a couple of minutes to do 150 or 300 messages. So it's totally worth it. And chat is just another one of those features. So, and I know that our thoughts also sometimes go to conspiracy, right? I don't want it to take something. I have to tell you really quickly. It's
Cynthia and
okay.
I.
Cynthia and Anna are chuckling because we've had many conversations about this, but I have to tell you a story about one of my dear friends and neighbors. Um, so with AI, this can happen no matter what, whether it is a text message comes in, they got a phone call one night from their grandson. Hey, grandpa, I'm in jail. Like, I need you to bail me out. Told the sob story, everything else. Here's what you got to do. Here's how you got to do it. The only reason they knew it wasn't true because it was their grandson's voice, but it wasn't their grandson. And the only reason they knew it is because he's called Pawpaw, not Grandpa. And whoever was on there didn't know that. Okay. So it can happen no matter what, but we might as well use the tools to our benefit and our advantage. Um, because the negative is going to happen. We just have to learn to work through them and around it and be open minded. You guys have probably, if you haven't already, you will get emails from somebody that has sent you an email with your Mary Kay website, and it turns out to be a scam. And you have to work through them because sometimes they're not a scam. Sometimes it sounds like it, um, but it turns out not to be. And other times it is. So we just have to work through them. Okay, so why use Chat GPT? It's like having a personal assistant in your pocket, right on your cell phone. It is the most awesome little personal assistant. It's going to save you time. which is also obviously oftentimes saving you money. It's going to help with your social media posts, your customer messages, your event invites. If you guys look on the Believe Unit Facebook page just a few minutes ago, I don't know, about an hour ago, I think, I posted a link to join us here. And I use chat to help with that. It's going to help spark ideas when you're stuck.
Mhm.
And you're going to talk to it just like a person. It's going to keep your communication also sounding polished and professional. Now, I've used it for my personal business. I do that a lot. I also use it when I'm writing letters. So you guys, a lot of you guys know, and some of you don't. So really quickly, our home here burnt 2 years ago, and we are in a rebuild process. I used it yesterday to write a letter to the manager of a store because I'm like, hey, I want a refund, even if it's just a credit. But this is this is the garbage we've been through. And it took all my notes and put it into a polished letter that made me sound, like gave them all the points. And it didn't take me an hour to write it. It took me about 5 minutes to, like, for lack of better words, friends, I was puking all my irritation onto this. Hey, I paid you $400. You're supposed to give me a whole material list. And every time we questioned you because things were wrong, I mean, it was an absolute mess. Okay. And at the end of it, the salesman finally, like the third time, he says, well, how many studs do you want me to add to it? Because obviously it takes a lot more than 150 studs for your whole house. Well, if I hadn't paid you $400, that'd be okay. But since I paid you, you were supposed to do it, right? Anyways, that's kind of a side note, but you can use it for everything. And it created this wonderful response. So, getting started, where to access it. I already have it downloaded on my phone, but it is this little app. Let me get it close enough to the screen there. See, it says ChatGPT. So I have it saved to my home screen, but you can go to the Google Play Store or to your Apple Store and download ChatGPT. When you open it up, it's going to kind of look like this. What can I help you with? And it has a record of all kinds of stuff that I have saved. Some of them I need to go in and remove. Okay. I'll share my screen real quick. And this is what, oops. You can go chatgpt.com and it says, what are you working on? And then on the side, I can do a new chat. I can search my old chats, library of things. And then it has all different kinds of chats. And this is where I was saying, I can go through and delete or archive things. So if you have your computer and your cell phone, open chat on one or the other. There is a free version and a paid version. I only use the free version. Okay. You can do a lot with the free version. With the free version, you will hit a wall sometimes if you've used it too much and it says, oh, you have to wait. I've done a workaround a couple of times. I've logged out. So it's not remembering all my preferences, but I'm still getting it. Or I actually learned that it still does it. I'm just not prioritized with my responses. So, but just, it's a conversation. I want you guys to remember it's a conversation. It's like if you were going to text me or text Trisha or Courtney. Sorry, I'm just looking at people's names on the screen here. It's just like a conversation. So type like you would type to a friend. You can name your chat. Oftentimes, for whatever reason, I say I'm talking to, chat, and I'll reference chat as a him. Chat's just chat. You can customize it. And I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so you can go to your settings. I need to make sure. Okay. Where is my settings? I should have played more on this part to make sure I'm opening the right. Oh, and having this. There we go, my settings. So I click on me down here and I can click on my settings and it's going to bring up my settings. And I can see personalization. And I have it reference saved memories turned on. So that's going to let chat save and use memories, things that when I'm talking to chat, I say, save this for future use, and chat can come back and reference it. I also have it turned on to tell chat to be able to reference recent conversations. And I can go right here and manage my memories. And so you can go in and if you needed, you can delete things. And I will show you in just a moment how to actually create these memories. But like the very first one, because this is the latest thing I did, was I uploaded and I uploaded the social media guidelines. And then I told chat to follow the social media guidelines whenever I'm making a post. Because I learned this at seminar. I was like, whoa, I can upload a file. That is so cool. But it's going to avoid things like the earning claims, the use of a free car, properly saying things for my personal page versus my customer group. It allows me all of those things and it remembers. So it makes it that much faster. Let's see. I have the MK5K. If you guys haven't registered for the MK5K for the Mary Cash Foundation, I highly encourage you to do it. It's a wonderful cause. And the actual event happens in October, but the Mary Cash Foundation supports domestic violence and like prevention and I'm losing my words here. You too can be a sales director. Domestic violence shelters and helps fund cancer research. And I also learned that indirectly we are like we support. I can't remember the name. And Cynthia, Anna, somebody was at seminar. Any of you ladies who were at seminar or heard any of the recordings, you might actually get you might remember what it's called. But there's a group that the foundation supports and has for 25 years that say Cynthia was going through battling cancer. She could reach out to that foundation, that group, not the Mary Kay Ash Foundation, but this other one, and get financial help to be able to go to treatments and do things. Anna, your look is like, whoa.
No, I heard about that. I think it was on my prayer group. And you know what? I'll find out and I can post that. I can post
Yes.
that. I'll find out. So
So I love that Mary Kay, not only our company, but the foundation gives back. So I'm big on that. I've been an ambassador for I don't know how many years. And I did the MK5K and then I created a team. So you guys are more than welcome to join the team. It's the acronym is BAR, but it's Believe and Achieve Results. So we all fundraise individually, but also as a whole, it groups in. But I told it to save that information as we move forward. I've got my core values for 25-26 seminar year. And if you scroll way down to the bottom, I prefer a tone of my voice that is warm, friendly, and uplifting, casual yet professional, upbeat, enthusiastic, ideal for building trust and excitement in relationship building based marketing. I identify with the values and sentiments expressed in messages about Mary Kay Beauty Consultants and the what's in your cup analogy, including confidence building, empowerment, resilience, kindness, integrity, excellence, and supporting others. I do not want to click the delete all button. I'm trying to stop screen share, but that's in my way. There we go. Okay, so does anybody have any questions?
Cynthia did.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll have a team too for the 5K because I'm an ambassador like Mary.
Yes, yes. So
I
we
just
would love
signed
to
up
have
to
you
be
guys
an
join.
ambassador.
What was that, Trisha?
I just signed up to be an ambassador for the first time.
Oh,
Awesome.
good.
There you go.
Good.
Ladies,
So-
I apologize. I'm a little behind the boat because I'll be moving in a couple weeks. I'm going to start the moving process. So I'm going to give myself some grace
Mhm.
because I don't think I can do. Cynthia knows, Mary knows, can't handle too many moving parts at all one time. So I'm going to give myself grace this year, but next year, yeah. So anyway.
I think Sandy's an ambassador too.
Sandy is
Okay.
the ambassador. She actually may know about that. I heard about that group, and I wasn't at seminar this year, but she may know about that extra cancer help. I think that that's incredible. You know, with my parents both going through cancer, I know we have cancer survivors on today. Um, it's very, very important. It's a lot. It's a lot. So
Yes. So, that's saved in there because I'm going to be accessing and utilizing it for my social media. It's going to reach out and share with people who might not have a desire for the melt proof your makeup stuff, right? They could care less about makeup, but they know somebody who's battling cancer. And even if they never buy a single item from me, I can bless them. I can help them out. And so that's what Mary Kay is all about, is giving back and uplifting. So ChatGPT, how can you use that? If you guys open up your chat, create a new chat, you can tell it who you are. And don't be afraid. I mean, it's a conversation. So you're going to tell it, hey, chat, my name is Mary Robeson. I've been in Mary Kay for 22, almost 23 years. I've been a director for 2.5 years. I have taken this business across any imaginable thing. I started for the discount, knowing there was great tax benefits. When I quit my corporate job, because I was going to take like a $20 an hour pay cut when we moved, and that was silly. Basically being gone from my home 60 hours a week, I was going to make maybe $300 a month after childcare with one child, in my new area. So I then decided, okay, let me meet some friends with my Mary Kay business. That quickly went to, making several $100s a month. That quickly went to meeting lots of new amazing friends, building my confidence, and just have this conversation with chat. Tell chat about you, and hit the enter button, see what it says. Anybody doing it and want to share? And if you don't, that's okay. I can continue on, and when you're ready to share, just raise your hand and let me call on you then. Deb, yes.
Yeah, I've been using it pretty steady for the last couple weeks, and I was plugged in maybe a couple months ago, but I noticed that now I do a lot of postings for my group, and I'm using that to tell it what the graphic that I'm posting, and it'll give me the whole good hook on the products that I'm using. And then I just kind of pick and choose what I want, and it's pretty much cut my time like three-quarters of it out. It's going really, really fast, and I love it.
Absolutely. The other thing I absolutely love, and I apologize, friends, I didn't have everything up, but I can scroll through while somebody's wanting to talk and see. But I actually have told it, like, okay, I need you, this is what I want to post, and I need you to create a post for me for my personal profile and for my VIP group. And then I've also said, okay, help me create that into a text format. And then help me create that into an email, because we need to be layered. Sometimes we have to see it 2 or 3 times. Last week we talked about reaching out to your customers, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 4 different days for our Melt Proof Your Makeup event, right? So you can tell it, hey, give me 5 posts for the next 5 days in my Facebook or in my Instagram. I also have been telling it, like, okay, I need something for Instagram. And now I need it, I want it for all these things, and it will upload and create all the different things. I have used it. If you guys go to my personal Facebook, you'll see I posted a birthday post for mom. And I used it and I said, here's what I want. And mom's birthday, she is my bonus mom, but I didn't want, I was like, hey, I don't want it to say bonus mom, or I want it to be like this. Trisha.
I teach a class with my job. It's a mental health group, and it's created my lesson plans for me.
Oh.
I did I wanted to do a 6-week series on self-care. And so it gave me 6 weeks of lesson plans. I recently they wanted to talk about health and nutrition, so I've got a 3-week plan of what to talk about. It's incredible. I have used it a little bit for my business, but I will do it more. I'd like to spice up my group and get more engagement in my group, and with just different ideas with videos, and so I will be using it for that as well.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, and you guys, when I was in that, showing my saved settings, you can go in and delete. You've seen the little trash can button on the side. You can delete certain ones that you don't want it to remember anymore. You can clear everything. So if you've been using chat and you're like, okay, I want to start afresh, you can go in and tell it, delete everything. And then you can tell it, okay, this is who I want to be. And it's me personally, but it's customizing. So part of my story and part of what chat uses a lot is we moved across the country. Our house burnt here 2 years ago. 6 months after we bought our property, we watched from 3,000 miles away. Cynthia, I'll see in just 1 second. We moved from 3,000 miles, or we were 3,000 miles away, and we watched on camera our house here burn. And 6 months later, we were boots on the ground living here on the ranch. And so it mixes ranch life with Mary Kay life, and we'll do that easily. And then talks about how, our grandkids are 3,000 miles away. So thankful for technology. But it remembers those things and is able to share it. And if I don't want it to say that in one time, I'm like, okay, take that out, and it adjusts it. Cynthia.
Oh, I'm trying to put the social media guidelines in there, but I'm having a hard time.
Okay, so let me share my screen.
How do you get it to put it in there? And then how do
Okay.
you put it in there?
Have you already downloaded your the social media guidelines?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. Entire screen.
Oh, Missy just sent me hers. So
I tried to upload it in Voxer, but it wouldn't let me. So I'm going to open the tab real quick. That way you guys can see where those social media guidelines are in our In Touch page.
okay, just a second. Hold on,
Okay.
Dan's calling me.
No problem. And it's being a little bit slow
Yeah.
pulling up social media guide, or pulling up my In Touch.
She'll come down. Come on, so. Okay.
So if I go to business tools, down to social media central,
Yeah. Okay.
and then social media resources, social media guidelines,
Okay.
it'll pull up the file, and you can click the download button. When you click, for me personally, when I click the download button, it opens up another tab, and then I have to click the download button again. Now I'm not going to worry about clicking it again because I've already downloaded it this morning.
Okay.
But those are the how you get to it. And then in chat, when you open chat and you've got it right here, you can say add a photo or file. and I would add my social media guidelines. And I'm going to say, so I
Okay.
said, please review these guidelines and save them to memory to help create the post for social media.
Okay.
And it's reading the documents, and then it tells me I got it. And it kind of gives me a summary too. So it just summarized, I think there's 13 pages, and it did a really quick summary. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I know that it already saved it, but since I have this open, I'm gonna just tell it again. Where's my others? I gotta move this little screen up. There we go. Okay, so save this for future reference. Go. Now you'll see how it says, okay, it says done, I've saved it. Oftentimes there will be a little memory saved right here in a light color. So now anytime that I ask it to create or edit a post, it'll automatically keep these in mind to ensure everything we write together is compliant, authentic, and in my voice. Now I'll get to show you guys how to delete something in your memory because I already did this, so I don't need it saved twice. So if I go down here to me, go to my settings, go to personalization and manage my memories. Actually, it looks like it didn't, I don't need to do it because it's noting that it's twice. But I would click this little button right here and that would remove it. Anybody have any questions about that? And
Okay.
Cynthia, that was perfect timing. So you guys, Trisha said she created an outline. I used chat this morning to say, okay, I want to teach on the basics. So help me with this. And then I had a conversation with it and said, I don't know if I have it saved up here. I did. So it saves these over here and I can delete it later. But I went up to the very top and said, I'm teaching a class this morning, and it responded and kind of gave me an outline. And then I said, I'm loving this, but I want to upload how to do what we just did, the social media guidelines. And I also want it to give me a better breakdown of how to clear and reset the memory. And then it just uploaded it. And it asked me about a cheat sheet. And so I went ahead and asked for the cheat sheet. And then I downloaded the one-page PDF that it created. So I can actually share that with you guys later on too. So it allows me just to click this button and downloads it. And then at the end, these are all my chats. And at the end, I can tell it, okay, I want you to go ahead and delete this. You can also archive it for later. You can rename them. But I don't need it to remember this anymore. I actually already had it in there, right? So these conversations I can delete or archive for later. And I'm trying to see if there's one that would be like, okay, here we go. So team name ideas. This was for that MK5K. And if I go way up to the top, I told chat what I was doing. I'm signing up for our MK5K. Our unit name is the Believe unit. The customer VIP group is Results with Mary. I want to create a fun name that's short and encompasses both of these. It gave me ideas. I responded back based off of some of the top picks. I said, you know, okay, I like both of these. Can you combine them? So it gave me more ideas. And I said, well, I like this one better, but what would my hashtags be? And it gave me hashtags. And then I said, okay, I've actually decided on this. It's a play off of both of these things. And the acronym is BAR. Help me create 5 posts to share. 1 on my personal profile, 2, the second one in my unit page, the third one in Instagram, the fourth one in my customer VIP group, and the fifth one in our units customer page. So little side note, if you guys don't have, if you're not in our Ageless Belief community, if you don't already have your own customer group and you want to be in this one to add your customers, we are growing a group that we can all go live in and share things and be helping everybody save some time. So, oh, here we go. See how it says updated saved memory.
Oh,
This
Mary,
did it. Yeah, go ahead, Cynthia.
I did it. I actually did it.
You got it you got it uploaded?
Yeah, and it says, would you like me? And it says updated save to memory. I can't believe I did this, Mary. Oh my gosh. Would you like me to also make you a ready to use checklist you can copy and paste into your notes app for quick posting reminders? And I just put a thumbs up, but I didn't get it. I don't know how to answer that. Just put yes.
Put yes.
Okay.
Correct. Put yes. And it'll allow you to copy paste.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Isn't this amazing? I'm gonna go back to this while Cynthia's doing that, because I think this is gonna go right into what Cynthia would probably be doing. So it does that updated saved memory. And right here, I could manage my memory, how we went earlier down to the bottom of the screen. I could get to it right here, a little shortcut. And then it gave me 5 tailored posts. So the first one for my personal Facebook profile, the second one for our consultants on our unit page, the third one for Instagram for a post or a reel, the fourth one for my personal customer group, and the fifth one for our group's customer page, right? And I was able just to copy paste. Oops, I didn't have caption usually. Copy paste it in and go. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so as you guys seen, I won't screen share back and forth, but if you want to see it, I totally will. But how the conversations work, all those things on the side of my screen, those are kind of like a notebook. So a notebook with little tabs, or a 3-ring binder where you've got all those different tab dividers. That's what that is, and it helps to keep it. You can always create a new one, which is when you open up chat and it says, what can I help you with? And you start typing, that's creating a new little tab in that notebook that's on the side. The more details you give it, the more accurate and personalized response will be. And that's where you're constantly working back and forth. So there's tons of benefits. I'm sure you guys are already noticing benefits, but you can create posts. You can, like I said, and I just showed you, that created 5 different posts right away. I didn't see one right away that I could have then scrolled over, but from the bottom of that, I could go back and I could say, okay, help me create a text message to my customers with the same information. And then I could say, great. Now, next I would like an email. So it really helps you to write scripts, messages. You can ask for referrals there. You can brainstorm for events. You've seen how I brainstormed for the name. You can tell it, okay, shorten this up. You can tell it, my favorite thing is to add more emojis. I'm like, shorten it, but add emojis. Okay. So it can just pop different ones in. It always keeps it really professional for me. And I've heard it time and time again this morning that it's saving you time, but it still keeps it sounding like you because you've customized it to yourself. So some more tips would be specific about what you want. And if it doesn't give you, when it responds, you don't have to take that as, okay, that's it. You can, it's a conversation. So you can say, no, actually, I don't like this part. Take that out. Add this. Somehow talk about this in it. You can ask it for options. You can say, give me options of how I could post on my wall to share about this. And it's going to give you a few, and you can say, okay, I liked the second option, but I like the sentence on the fourth option. Can you combine them? And it will combine them. It's just a conversation. So you never just have to take what it says and use it. It's your helper, but it's not your replacement. And so doing that and having that conversation, it's not replacing you. So we went over all those. It's really your creative partner, helping you to save the time, being really professional. And the more you use it, the more it's going to customize to sound like you. I'm going to read the chats right now. So if anybody has questions or comments, feel free to speak up while I do this.
Okay. Mary, sorry, I keep asking the questions.
No, Cynthia, don't be sorry, please.
All it posted in my memories was what is it called? The little version of the social media guidelines. What do you call it?
Yes.
It didn't post all the stuff like you have. It didn't post the whole thing. It just like minimized it to the points, and that's it. Is that okay? That's okay, right? I don't have, or do I need to put the whole thing back in there?
No, it took that document and summarized it for you there. But it
Summarized
still
it.
has the document in its file.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Darlene asked, can someone write that in the chat? The name, oh, you already took care of it, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Sandy, it gave you turn by turn directions. That is so cool.
So I didn't know what car I was taking. So I would say, well, what if it's in this car? What if it's in that car? I mean, I gave it like 7 different vehicles, gave me like, okay, this is going to be this much gas. And then from here, from North, where seminar is to Charlotte to Asheville, it'll be this much. And so you're going to end up paying this much. And maybe you should take this car better. I mean, it was awesome.
You can use it for so many things. And I've used it for, just because you have told it about you, that doesn't mean you can only use it for business. I use it for personal all the time. Help me create a message, to be able to share with my friend that I grew up with. Help me to give some advice on this. My kids will ask me questions, and I swear I use Google, or I use chat more than I use Google now. Because like Sandy said, you can have conversations with it. You can't really have that conversation with Google, but it's like searching, and it knows all those things. Anybody have any more questions? We just have a few minutes left.
No, but I have something I wanted to add, Mary. This is not related to ChatGPT, so I don't want to interrupt your training.
Okay.
Is it okay?
So, if nobody has questions, I'm going through my little, I think we're good here. I would challenge you guys to play with chat this week. And even if it's like play with chat and share it to your director. Deb.
Yeah, Missy just did that. So thanks, Missy. She just sent me a bunch of stuff we could send to follow up with our messenger parties, a bunch of different messages. Because we really
Good.
only have like 2 follow-up messages, but she sent me a ton just now.
Great. And I saw on, I was watching one of my teachers go through ChatGPT, and he actually had a voice that he was going back and forth, and it sounded like a real person. It was so accurate. She just had one little glitch, and then that was it. But he was able to talk to her, and she was able to give him the voice back, give him the answer back in a voice. Oops, sorry. So I don't know if you guys have tried that yet or not. I'm going to play with it some more.
Wow.
I have not, but that is interesting. I am no professional at this, friends. I've used it a lot, but I know Missy uses it all the time too. And Trisha, I think you had a comment to make, and I'm going to talk about you for a minute. Trisha, a week or two ago, shared a photo, and she uploaded that and chat created it for her. So I haven't had chat create a lot of images because when I was trying, I wasn't thrilled with them. So I just was like, oh, I'll learn that part later. So I didn't care for them. But last week I was at an area wide, and I was in the makeover room, but when I came back in for something, one of the directors that was sharing with all the consultants, she had chat create her. She loves to go fishing. And she was like, hey, can you have an image of me going fishing? And can you make it pink? And they, it was a cute little like cartoon type thing. So you can have a lot of fun with chat. Trisha, did you want to say something?
Yeah, apologize for interrupting. I did end up putting it in the chat. Cynthia, could you share that with all of us?
Those messages?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll share it with you individually, because then we need to put it like together with, like, you would say this for this or this for this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it wouldn't make sense if I just sent it to you the way it is now.
Of course, of course.
So we need to put it like and add it to our messenger board
Sure.
so that it's all in one place.
And
So-
Yeah, because there's only, there isn't as much, texting. Yeah, I noticed that too. So that would be helpful. Thank you.
And you can use chat then when you're having that conversation. You can throw that in chat and say, how would I best respond to this? So
Yeah.
Anna.
Okay, before we close out, because we're getting close, I just wanted to invite anybody who is local. I'm doing an in-person event in Chesterton. And if any of you would like to have some, some experience in how to do an in-person party, I'll be doing beauty experiences, and I have 20 spots available. If you'd like to either come and observe, bring some people, I just need to know. I'm helping a business owner in Chesterton kind of get some traffic because she's in a location that is invisible. So I'd like to post it in our Boss Babes, and then if you want to contact me and let me know, but it's for this Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a beautiful furniture store, and I just want to get her some traffic. So if you'd like some experience, I'll be showing you how to do it, and I would love to have you. So I know Trisha's local, Deb's local, Chloe's local. I've already invited like Denise, obviously people on our team, but I'd like to open it up. So if you'd like to come, I think Missy was wanting, Missy, if you would like to observe, bring some people, I'll be doing it. So this Wednesday, and I'll post it in our Boss Babes, the invite. Just let me know if we can fit 20.
I love that. And you guys, if you're going to join Anna, then use chat to help create images or create verbiage to be able to share, whether it's a text out to your customers, using that social media guidelines to like, okay, creating a little buzz in on your personal profile, in your stories. Absolutely.